wants a piece of him.
You're no longer watching Canelo. You're witnessing greatness.
We are live in Miami, Florida. It is a picture-perfect afternoon, and it will be tomorrow night as well at the Hard Rock Stadium when Canelo Álvarez and Avni Yildirim make the walk a little bit past 10 Eastern time. Welcome to the weigh-in show. My name is Todd Grisham. Next to, of course, the Latin Snake, Sergio Mora. We've been here all week in the bubble. We've seen Canelo. We've talked to Canelo. He's always serious, but this week especially so. What do you think we're going to see from him on the stage here today at the weigh-in?
I think he wants to stay active. That's the reason we're seeing this demeanor from Canelo. He's a man of short words. He does all his talking in the ring, but we know what we're going to see, and that's Canelo, and it's showtime.
All right, well, let's look at the card, ladies and gentlemen. And there have been some pretty significant changes, especially in our co-main event. Julio Cesar Martinez has a broken hand. He suffered it the other day during training camp. He said he had to pull out. He has a cast on it now, and in steps, hopefully, Abraham Rodriguez against Williams McArroyo. This will be for the WBC Interim Flyweight Championship.
McWilliams Arroyo is a Puerto Rican Olympian, so he knows what it's like to fight other fighters from different styles all around. So the change of opponent's not going to be a big deal for him. He's been on the championship level.
And then in our opener tomorrow night, Mark Castro will now fight John Moraga. All right, Sergio, besides the main event, which fight are you most excited to see Saturday night?
I really like the development of Diego Pacheco. He just keeps getting better and better, going to the body, getting stronger, getting more confident. I think Gomez is a live dog, too.
All right, let's get this party started. The weigh-in show begins now, and we send it over to the master of ceremonies, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joe Martinez.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon as we welcome you to beautiful Miami, Florida for the official weigh-in, the super middleweight strap on the line tomorrow night, Canelo Yildirim. And it's all going down live from Hard Rock, ladies and gentlemen, in Miami, Florida. Action begins, and it's all brought to you on DAZN by the one and only Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing. Let's get this weigh-in started now. Fight fans, 4 rounds of super lightweight action. This bout features Harry Gigliotti and Aaron Aponte. And first up to the scale, from Haverhill, Mass., here is Harry the Hitman Gigliotti. Gigliotti 6-1 with 3 knockouts. $139.2 for Gigliotti. His opponent, Aaron Aponte, next to the scale, please. From Hialeah, Florida, 1-0 with a knockout in his pro debut, Aaron Aponte. Brought to you by Hennessy, never stop, never settle. Air Force Reserve. Bet Online, all of the fight action can be wagered by Bet Online. Check it out online, betonline.com. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. And of course, Tecate, the official beer of boxing, with Boxeo and Value. Here is Aaron Aponte on the scale. 139.8, Aponte, 139.8. Once again, fight fans, you can catch this action live on DAZN tomorrow night from Miami's Hard Rock Stadium. All brought to you on DAZN live worldwide. Aaron Aponte taking on Gigliotti.
And we await Aaron to come over here for an interview. And you saw how excited Aaron was by the fact that he was shadow boxing on the stage. Quick hands, by the way. I know Ryan Garcia's staying in this hotel. Not sure how impressed he'd be. We'll have to ask him later. So, Aaron, what was your reaction when you first heard you were going to be fighting in Miami at Miami Dolphin Stadium on Canelo Álvarez's card.
Dream come true. I'm very excited for this opportunity. Thank you to Eddie and Matchroom for Boxing for making this happen, and I hope to stay here, and I hope we have a lot more events here.
Yeah, for sure. Now, there's a pretty interesting story about the gym you train at getting the ring mat from Saturday night. What's that about?
Sir. I sold a lot of tickets, and I made Eddie happy, so he blessed me with the ring mat.
So you're going to put it in your gym, I assume?
Yeah, we're going to put it in our gym. We're going to replace the old one we have and put this one.
All right, so you got a lot of family and friends that are going to be there on Saturday night.
Yes,
they
sir.
know what to expect from you, but the rest of the people right now have probably never seen you fight. What kind of fighter are you, and what will they see Saturday night?
Exciting fighter. Saturday night, they're going to see a knockout first round.
There you have it. I like your brazenness. First round knockout. Anybody you'd like to say hello to? I know you got a lot of family and friends in the Miami area.
Shout out to Melissa Aponte, the best realtor in in Miami, Florida. She's also my mother.
Oh, there you have it. Hey, a mama's boy. I love it. Congratulations making the card. Can't wait to see what you do on Saturday night. Back to the main stage and Joe Martinez.
All right, fight fans, our next bout, 6-round super middleweight action. This one features Maryland and Nevada, Ashton Sykes and Alexis Espino. First up to the stage, Ashton Sykes from Columbia, Maryland. Sykes is 5-3 with 1 knockout. And his opponent out of Las Vegas, Nevada, undefeated at 6-0 with 4 knockouts. Here is Alexis Espino. Sykes, you are first on the scale. $164.2, Ashton Sykes. And his undefeated super middleweight foe up on the scale now, Alexis Espino. 167.8 for Espino. Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing bringing you all the action tomorrow night live on DAZN as we are now looking at our 6-round super middleweight attraction with Ashton Sykes of Columbia, Maryland, and his opponent, undefeated Alexis Espino of Las Vegas, Nevada. Both fighters on weight and are ready to go. Talk is on stage. It'll be handled in the ring tomorrow night with the leather. Thank you, gentlemen. Good job.
Thank you.
We'll now send Alexis Espino down to Todd Grisham.
Thank you, Joe. Mr. Sykes still jabber-jawing Alexis Espino. Say again? He says, why'd you duck me? But there will be no ducking tomorrow night, I assume. Waiting for Alexis Espino to come down 6-0, undefeated with 4 knockouts. Obviously a big honor for him and his camp and his family to be on this card as well. We are downtown Miami getting set for the fights tomorrow night. Should start 7 p.m. local time. Canelo and Yildirim will walk sometime around 10:30 or so. And speaking of walking in, here he is. Alexis, what was he saying to you up there?
He was telling me that I was ducking him and that he was going to take me out at the 5th round.
And what was your response?
I told him that he's crazy, man.
Well, he looked crazy with that hood on. I assume he was trying to intimidate you. Did it get under your skin at all?
Nah, man, I find that kind of corny. Like, what are you doing?
Right. Well, so if he's predicting a knockout over you at 5th round, what's your prediction?
I'm ready, man. I'm ready to go in there, and I'm ready to go in there and get a stoppage as well. But it'll come if it comes, and if not, then it doesn't. But I'm ready for whatever.
And what have you been doing since we saw your last fight? I know you're frustrated in the fact that you've been healthy the whole time? How have you been doing?
Yeah, man, I've been in camps. You know, just because I haven't been fighting doesn't mean that I haven't been in camps. I've been in camps back in RGBA, and the 2 fights that didn't happen, still did those camps and everything. So I've been working hard still on everything.
All right, well, congratulations on making it on the card. Can't wait to see what you do tomorrow night. And as you know, this is me doing a promo, hang in here. As you know, DAZN is the king, the home of boxing, but also several other sports featured as well, including football or soccer. Check out this latest preview for Club Ibiza. Welcome back. Sergio was off camera. He's talking to people. We're on worldwide television, Sergio, I must remind you. FC Ibiza, available now on DAZN. Alexis Espino just spoke to me. You saw that his opponent was trying to get under his skin. What did you make of that scene?
Well, I've never seen anyone come in with a face mask, or what do you call that, burglary mask? But Sykes trying to psych out Espino, I think. I mean, those mind games won't work with Alexis. I don't think so.
All right, well, it makes it must-see TV on Saturday night. And now we go back to the stage and Joe Martinez.
All right, fight fans, moving on in our action tonight. 4 rounds, this in the lightweight division with Lester Brown and Keyshawn Davis. Lester Brown first up onto the stage, please. Brown out of Nassau, Bahamas. This is his 10th professional fight, 4-2-3 with 1 knockout to his credit. And his opponent will make his professional debut tomorrow night. He is from Norfolk, Virginia, Keyshawn Davis. All right, Lester Brown, we are ready for you on the scale, please. $134.6 for Lester Brown. 134.5, Lester Brown. Here is his opponent, Keyshawn Davis. All smiles in his pro debut. 136.6 for the Norfolk Virginian. And our thanks to Orange Crush, proudly sponsoring tomorrow night's worldwide boxing event live on DAZN. Lester Brown of Nassau, Bahamas, taking on the rookie from Norfolk, Virginia, Keyshawn Davis, tomorrow night.
Keyshawn, he's coming down. I know a lot of you have questions about Eddie Hearn's outfit. We'll get to that later. Don't worry, we will get to that later. It will all be explained. Right now, we want to talk to Keyshawn Davis. It's your debut. You're happy, and you know it. When we were on the conference call with the fighters yesterday, you had more confidence than anyone, including Canelo Álvarez. Why are you so confident?
Honestly, I came up like that. I always believed in myself, whether I was playing football, basketball, ping pong, it don't matter. I'm just that type of person.
All right, so what type of fighter are you? What will we see Saturday?
Saturday, you're just going to see a boxing clinic. If I see the chance to get them up out of there, my aggression is going to show. But I'm a boxer first. I'm a very smart, calculated puncher. I feel like I have a great IQ, and I think it's all going to show tomorrow.
All right, so what is your long-term goal? We're going to have this saved on tape forever. You're 0-0 right now. How good will you be when all is said and done?
Honestly, I want to, if I can do better than Floyd Mayweather inside the ring, I want to do that. Understand what I'm saying? I feel like I'm starting off great, and I just want to carry the torch on to my last fight.
It's a pretty humble goal. Just be better than Floyd Mayweather. Good luck to you, my man. We'll see what he can do Saturday night. Back to Joe Martinez.
All right, fight fans, 8 rounds of super middleweight action is headed your way next. This features from Laredo, Texas, Rodolfo Gomez Jr., and from Los Angeles, undefeated, Diego Pacheco. First up, Rodolfo Gomez Jr. Laredo, Texas, 14-4-1 with 10 knockouts for Cobrita. And his opponent, as we mentioned, undefeated, 10-0 with 8 big wins by way of knockout, Diego Pacheco. All right, Gomez, you are first on the scale, please. Rodolfo Cobrita Gomez Jr., official weight, 167. 167 for the Texan. Next, his opponent from Los Angeles, Diego Pacheco, the undefeated super middleweight, 10-0 with 8 knockouts. And he's 168 even. 168 even for Diego Pacheco. All the action tomorrow night will take place at Miami's Hard Rock Stadium. All brought to you by Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing, live on DAZN with our sponsors Hennessy, Never Stop, Never Settle, Air Force Reserve, Bet Online, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Tecate, Boxeo, Value, and Orange Crush. All proud sponsors of Matchroom Boxing. And tomorrow night's Canelo Yildirim. Rodolfo Gomez Jr., Diego Pacheco, super middleweights tomorrow night, live from Miami on DAZN. Log on to DAZN.com and get your subscription. Get yourself lined up for all of the boxing coming your way on DAZN throughout the year of 2021 and beyond. DAZN.com for your subscription.
Come on in, Diego. Usually you tower over your opponents, but this guy's close to your height. How's that going to affect your style?
I feel like I perform way better with guys who are you know, close to my height. Sometimes it gets a little complicated fighting these short guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been sparring tall guys, you know, my whole life. So I'm just, you know, ready.
Now this is your toughest test to date. How do you think you're going to fare in this step-up fight?
I'm ready, man. You know, this is what I've been wanting. This is what I've been working for my whole life. So I'm just ready to go this Saturday.
For some reason, Rodolfo's decided to talk some trash to you on social media. How did that come about? How did you handle that, and how's that going to affect the fight?
Yeah, he has some things to say, but, you know, I'm not worried about that at all. I'm just, you know, tomorrow night, you know, words aren't going to matter. You know, I feel like I've put in the work and had a tremendous camp, so I'm just ready to go tomorrow and show everyone what I'm about for real.
No, nothing gets you rattled, huh?
No,
nothing.
no.
Do you ever get angry?
It's really rare.
Yeah, a brother, a sister, a cousin get you riled up? No?
No, not really.
All right.
They know not to mess with me.
That's true. And he can do his damage in the ring tomorrow night. Good luck to you, Diego.
Appreciate it, Ty.
All right, back up to Joe.
Well, that should be an exciting super middleweight matchup. Of course, we are headed to the biggest one of all, Canelo Yildirim. But before that, we've got a banger with these heavyweights, 10 rounds of action. And this features from Virginia, Jerry Slugger Forrest. His opponent, Zhilei Big Bang Zhang out of China. First up to the stage, Jerry Forrest of Newport News, Virginia. His opponent from Shenzhou, China, Zhilei Zhang. First up on the scale is the slugger, Jerry Forrest. 26-4, 20 knockouts for the heavyweight. Comes in officially 236. .6 official weight for Jerry Forrest. His opponent from Shenzhou, China, 22-0 with 17 knockouts. Here is the Big Bang, Zhilei Zhang. .256.2 for Zhang, 256.2. Jerry Slugger Forrest out of Newport News, Virginia. The American takes on the Chinese, Shenzhou, China's Zhilei Big Bang Zhang. Undefeated 22-0 record on the line tomorrow night in this heavyweight matchup brought to you by Matchroom with DeBella Entertainment. And we are moments away from Canelo Yildirim, our main event set to take the stage for tomorrow night's Big Banger Super Middleweight World titles on the line, WBC, WBA, and Ring Magazine World Title Bout. Live on DAZN, catch the action, DAZN.com, and get your subscription. Don't miss any of the action tomorrow night as we now head down to Todd with Zhang.
Thank you, Joe. I am here with Zhang's interpreter, Kurt. I know you like to speak a little bit of English. What would you like to say to all your fans watching right now?
想不想说两句英语给观众朋友们
Okay, hello everybody. Thank you.
There you have it. There you have it. Nice job. Everyone loves your demeanor, loves the way you fight. Your last knockout was very impressive. What will we see from you tomorrow?
大家都喜欢你的上一场比赛，明天会看到什么样的表现？
应该比上一场还会更好吧，更精彩。
Should be a better one than last one.
Yeah, Jerry Force is one of your toughest fights, if not your toughest. He says he's coming to beat you. He's in the shape of his life. What kind of fight will this be?
你的对手说要终结你的连胜纪录，你觉得这场比赛最后会是一个什么样的情形？
大话谁都会说，然后明天我们拭目以待。
Everybody talks, but let's see what happens tomorrow.
And we've asked you before what your dream fight is. You've told me, you've told a lot of people, but if you could please, to the audience watching right now, what is the Big Bang's big dream?
大家都在说你的梦想，有梦想是好事情啊！你跟大家说一说你的最后的梦想是什么？
我的梦想就是拿到世界头衔，这也是我那么多年我一个人来到美国，我的家人全部在中国，然后就我一个人来美国来追逐我的梦想。我的梦想就是拿到世界头衔，然后中间路很艰难。 很困难，但是我会一直走下去。
My dream is to get the title. That's why I left my family in China and came here by myself. It's a difficult process, but I will take it.
I know you'd like to fight him in the Crow's Nest, I believe it's called, in Beijing one day. What do you have to do in order to get Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury, whoever the champion is, to respect you and to fight you?
你最后肯定谈到了在北京，在鸟巢啊，不管是约书亚也好，泰森福里也好。 你觉得需要怎么样的努力才能让他们注意到你？
多打高质量的比赛，和世界强者比赛，把自己提升到世界强者，然后和强者竞争。
I need to beat high-level opponents. I need to step up, major step up. So in order to be the best, I have to be the best.
Okay, thank you. 谢谢。
Thank you, 谢谢。
All right, there he is, the Big Bang, everybody, and we're just moments away now from our main event weigh-ins, Canelo Álvarez and Avni Yildirim. Let's get you ready.
Pound for pound, the #1 fighter in the world. Canelo!
This is a champion in his prime. Canelo Álvarez has been pro since 15. He can put you down with anything. Canelo is just fundamentally too sound.
He fights the very best. He's the #1 guy at 160 pounds, 168. He beat Sergey Kovalev at 175.
There's a world champion level, and then there is a superstar, pound-for-pound king level. And right now, that's Canelo Álvarez.
He batallado, he sufrido para todo esto y me lo creo.
All right, Sergio, we are just moments away from our two main event fighters stepping on the ring. You've been in big fights, Staples Center sold out. What was the moment like when you finally can say, I'm stepping on the scale, I don't have to cut weight anymore, and it's time to fight?
Making weight is actually half the fight won. If you make the weight properly, you go into the fight confident, with confidence knowing that you're strong at your best ability. So this is the first part of the fight. Once this gets cleared, then it's all excitement.
And of course, there's been stare downs between these two fighters for weeks now, but what's the final stare down like? Were you able to read your opponent at all?
No. Everyone's a tough guy in the stare down. It's the weight that's the main thing. Once the weight is out of the way, then the confidence comes back, and then the easy part, it's fight time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. The time for Sergio talking is over. And for that, we all say thank you. But the man about to talk is the legend himself. Ladies and gentlemen, I turn it now over to the stage and Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the official weigh-in announcement for tomorrow night's big main event at the legendary Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. And it's all brought to you by Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing and Canelo Promotions, with sponsorship provided by Hennessy Never Stop, Never Settle, Air Force Reserve, Bet Online, O'Reilly's Auto Parts, Tecate, Boxeo, Value, and Orange Crush. The bout is sanctioned by the Florida State Athletic Commission. It's the main event, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC, WBA, and Ring Magazine Super Middleweight Championship of the World. Let's bring out to the stage the two fighters, starting first with the mandatory challenger. He's a former WBC Silver International Lightweight and Super Middleweight Champion, and former WBC International Super Middleweight Champion. Representing and fighting from Turkey, ladies and gentlemen, the WBC mandatory challenger, ranked #1 in the world by the WBC, the Turkish Wolf, Avni Yildirim. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the stage, he has a professional record consisting of 57 fights, 54 victories, including 36 wins by knockout, with only 1 defeat and 2 draws. Undefeated for 6 years. He's a former 2-time light middleweight champion, former middleweight world champion, current light heavyweight world champion, the reigning and defending 2-time super middleweight champion of the world, damas y caballeros, de Jalisco, Guadalajara, Mexico, Saúl Canelo Álvarez. And ladies and gentlemen, first onto the scales will be the challenger. He comes to us from Turkey. He's known as the Turkish Wolf, the mandatory WBC challenger. £167.6 pounds for the challenger, Avni Yildirim. Now stepping onto the scales, he is a 4-time world champion, the reigning and defending WBC, WBA, and Ring Magazine super middleweight champion of the world, Saúl Canelo Álvarez. The exact same weight, 167.6 pounds for the reigning and defending champion, recognized around the world by many as pound for pound the best in the world, the man known by that one name, Canelo. The action all goes down at the legendary Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida, tomorrow night. A great card of boxing, and this main event will be the icing on the cake. As pound for pound world champion, reigning and defending super middleweight champion, Canelo Álvarez takes on the mandatory challenger of the Turkish Wolf, Avni Yildirim. Here they are, challenger and champion. The challenger, a former three-time WBC champion as international champion. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen, challenger and champion, the Turkish Wolf, Avni Yildirim, and Saúl Canelo Álvarez.
Well, Sergio, both of these fighters made weight relatively easily, or at least I can say that. What did you make of the physiques that we just saw?
I think they both look in excellent shape. Yildirim is actually a lot bigger, but after Callum Smith, no one's as big as that. I think Canelo looking silky in those pajamas.
Against Callum Smith, you thought that Canelo should go work that body. What do you think he should do against Yildirim?
I think with Yildirim, he's as powerful and strong. He likes coming forward. He likes getting a little rough. I think he should box early, then look for the uppercuts.
All right, Sergio, exit stage right. Here comes Canelo. You know, Marvin Hagler once said, it's very hard to wake up at 5 a.m. and do road work when you're wearing silk pajamas. Do we have anything to worry about with you?
No.
All right, so what did you make of that stare down with Mr. Yildirim up there?
No, la verdad es que es parte de, ¿no? Estamos listos para pelear y obviamente sé las capacidades, pero estamos listos para esto.
It's part of it. It's a fight that's coming up. We're ready and ready for this fight.
I asked you yesterday how you felt about all the pressure from your fans who were saying you have to be perfect in this fight. But you said what?
No, siempre quiero ser perfecto. Siempre quiero hacer las cosas bien, arriba del cuadrilátero, y esta no es la excepción.
I always want to be perfect. I always want to do things right inside the ring, and this isn't an exception.
Do you see this as a fight that you're going right after him from the beginning, or you're going to take your time a little bit like you did against Kovalev?
Siempre me gusta tomar mi tiempo, ¿no? Pero depende de lo que venga a hacer Yildirim. Sabemos que quiere venir a arrancarme la cabeza, pero bueno, trataremos de hacerlo mejor y obviamente trataré de anularle todo lo que viene a hacer.
I always try to be patient, but it depends on what Yildirim is going to do. He's going to try to rip my head off, so it's going to depend on what he's trying to do.
And how special is it for you to be fighting in the Miami Dolphins Stadium here in Miami?
No, la verdad es que estoy muy contento, muy emocionado de estar aquí, de abrir una nueva plaza para grandes peleas. Espero que sea la primera de muchas y es un honor para mí estar en el estadio de los Dolphins.
I'm really happy to be here. I'm happy to bring boxing to a new city, and hopefully it's the first of many fights, and hopefully it can bring bigger fights here, and it's an honor to fight in the Dolphin Stadium.
All right, and finally, what's your message to your family and friends watching right now?
No, agradecido con todos el apoyo que me han brindado. Espero que disfruten de una gran pelea mañana.
I'm very grateful for all the support they've given me, and I hope they see a really good fight tomorrow.
All right, gracias. Thank you.
Gracias.
Canelo Álvarez, ladies and gentlemen. Sergio, come back in here for just a second. No one expects more out of Canelo than Canelo himself. Are you buying that, though? He's got to hear some of those voices that, hey, you can't just win this fight. You have got to look perfect.
But he said it himself. He looks for perfection, and that's the reason we're seeing that business-minded side of Canelo.
Here he comes right now, the challenger. Avni, it's finally here. You've made weight. You're fighting in the biggest fight of your life. How do you feel?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better. I'm ready for tomorrow. It's showtime, maybe. It's showtime.
Well, Turkey, we've seen some videos you've posted. Turkey is already celebrating as if you've won right now. Why is that country so passionate about you?
Because why? My country is proud of me. It's big honor for me. Big honor my country. Is big honor is my old fans.
So what will happen in Istanbul if you win on Saturday night? What will happen?
Everywhere is died. in Turkey, everywhere is died.
Biggest party in the country? Okay, what's your message to your friends and fans that believe in you and that think you're going to pull off the upset? What do you say to them?
For everyone, is tomorrow. I'm waiting for everyone for the fight. It's tomorrow. It's big show time. It's my time. Follow me.
All right. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you,
Mr. Yildirim, the #1 contender and the challenger to Canelo Álvarez's multiple world titles. There he goes. What chances do you give that guy right there?
Well, listen, every fighter sizes up an opponent. I look at him. He has a big shoulders, big head. You could tell he's confident. He has a deep voice, a demeanor. If he comes in shape and he's a rough fighter, he can make it ugly for anyone, even for Canelo Álvarez. So he needs to impose this size, this strength, and that's his style. So I can see it as a dirty fight, rough tactics, and if that happens, he gets his way, it's some problems for Canelo.
He is trained now by Joel Diaz. Joel Diaz says, listen, this guy used to be nicknamed the Robot because he was just so straightforward. You knew exactly what he was going to do. He says he's changed his style and that he's a new fighter. Are you buying that?
It's hard to change a robot, but you can maybe reprogram him, but he's not going to be fleet-footed. He's not going to be fighting behind the jab and doing the things that have given Canelo issues like Mayweather and Lara and Trout, which is fighting with speed and distance. His power comes behind rough tactics, getting in there, using his head, using elbows, getting in there and getting rough. That's what he needs to do. If he can implement that game plan with a little bit of Joel Diaz strategy, then I could see him having success.
All right, so there you have it. From Sergio Mora, God's lips to your ears. It happens tomorrow night. Canelo Álvarez versus Avni Yildirim. Our broadcast starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on DAZN from beautiful Hard Rock Stadium. Will make history. It is the first ever boxing event held there. Of course, last year in that stadium, it was the site of Super Bowl 54. Sergio, how about the Big Bang versus Jerry Forrest, that heavyweight bout? A lot on the line for Zheli Zhang.
Yeah, Jerry Forrest coming off a decision loss with Carlos Takam, but it was a really good fight. And coming off that confidence builder right there with Zhang, I think it could be a sleeper of a fight.
All right, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you right back here on DAZN tomorrow night. It is Canelo versus Yildirim for the WBC, WBA, and Ring Magazine Super Middleweight Championship.